Good day, everyone, and thanks for joining us here in the charts. You're tuned into the Market Beast. Fellow compadre here. We're going to take a look at the Sndl daily price prediction. We do this every single market day. If you're just joining us, welcome. It's really simple how we understand the charts. We find support and resistance and patterns to determine the market's direction. That's it. So subscribe and hit the bell to be notified where we see the markets going before it happens. And support the channel, guys. Engage in the comment section. Leave an appropriate thumb. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. We thank you for your support there. So let's not waste time, guys. We're going to take a look at this daily, possibly up to the weekly. I'll probably stick it between the the daily and the 3-day is where we're going to stay within. Okay, parental guidance there, guys. Let's not waste time. Let's dive right into the charts here, shall we? All right, so today is December the 10th, 2020, and the current price of Sndl is going to be 0.4702, down about 4% for the day. Okay, markets are currently open, by the way. All right, guys, so very simple. Looks like we didn't, the buyer's obligation to stay within the range just overhead, looks like they have failed so far. That doesn't mean we can't get a revisit up in that level. Let's just kind of put that line back on the chart there for a second, just so for those of you just joining us, the price had an obligation, the buyers had an obligation to stay within this range. That range is currently in between 56 cents up to 85 cents. We were looking for a back test of support that should have been at 56 cents, but the buyers didn't have a sufficient amount of buying interest in this market to hold the price above that level, and therefore, as a result, the price has slipped back below the 56-cent level. So that basically means that the price should be subjected to any price targets above 25 cents, right down here at this red line, up to 56 cents. Now, keep in mind, guys, it doesn't mean that we won't get a bounce out of this range at some point in the future. In fact, I'm pretty confident at some point the price should get all the way back up to 85 cents. When will that happen? I don't have that information for you guys right now. But let's kind of look a little bit closer at these daily candles here. And remember, the only thing we're looking for is wicks above the candles to represent selling interest, and wicks below the candles to represent buying interest. So it looks like there's a very small amount of buying interest entering the market here on this daily candle that we're currently up against here. We got about 24 minutes to close here on December the 10th, okay? And this, you could just see the little small wick below the candle there. We just have to make sure that whoever's entering the market right now, the market players will have a sufficient amount of buying interest to propel the price back to the upside and keep the price above the 56-cent level, guys. I don't need to see any other price targets until the price gets above 56, and then we can continue to entertain higher prices in the market. But until then, 56 is a level for me, guys, okay? So as far as the 1 day, I'm going to assume that this is a candle right here, this green candle, as you see the wick just above it there on December the 8th. This will probably mark the candle that is an official push to verify this level as resistance. So far, of course, that could change. Let's crank it up to the 3-day to see if we can see anything different here. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content so far. All right, so this 3-day candle has only been open, we got about a day and an hour to finish out this candle here, this 3-day candle. Things could change. Obviously, it's red now. It could turn green just before the closing, but let's just keep our eye on that. And I don't really see a resistance verification on this 3-day here. Normally, you would see like a wick at that 56-cent level. I mean, maybe it's at the top of that sell interest candle that we're currently up against. Maybe that's it. I'm not sure, guys. But I kind of like to see an official green candle to go up against this resistance level just to kind of verify it as the ceiling there, the short-term ceiling, okay? But that hasn't happened in the 3-day, so I'm not going to assume that that's the case just yet. Let's crank it up to the weekly here, close things out. Let's see here. All right, so the weekly is also going to close out in about a day and 1 hour. It's trying, obviously, we've already gone over this. We actually came out with a recent video about the gap below the price. We're not going to discuss that. But I truly think that in order to say that this 56-cent level is going to be resistance, I'd like to see at least a candle that's similar to what we looked at on the daily here. I'll pull that back up. Something like this, guys. If we can see something like this come into the market on the 3-day or the weekly, I think it would be safe to assume at that point that the prices will be subjected to the 25-cent level all the way up to the 56-cent level, guys. So let's just stay tuned for that. and just monitor this really closely. I'm getting pretty anxious to enter the market here. I don't see why it would be a risk to enter the market here, because guys, a lot of people see this gap in the price. Okay, it's not like it's a secret at this point, and I think the market players who are trying to short, maybe bet against this market, maybe there'll be like some sort of short squeeze right in the market, and then the price goes up, I don't know, 10-15% to the upside. Okay, because currently at the current level, that's going to be at about 20% to the upside. Will take the price back on up to 56 cents. Okay, so I'm just pointing scenarios out that could potentially play out. Maybe the big players will step in and just kind of squeeze out all the bears of the market. But I still do think even if that happens, ultimately just to have a healthy move to the upside to continue the trajectory, to turn this downtrend around. Okay, it's still in a downtrend, arguably in a sideways consolidation. To truly turn this around, I think it's probably in the best interest just to close the gaps below the price. And if you guys aren't familiar, the gaps is going to be in between 37 cents all the way up to 49 cents to officially close the gaps just below. It might not happen next week. It might not even happen in 2 weeks, guys, but I do think eventually it's probably in the best interest for the market players, the buyers at least, to fill the lower gap so that the price can have a healthy move to the upside, a sustainable move as well, and that everything will be just fine, and we can celebrate in profits when the price eventually goes up, right? That's pretty much it, guys. I just want to stop in and give you that. The price will likely be within this level here, 56 cents just below, and 25 cents. That's the range that we're back within since the buyers couldn't fulfill their obligation to keep the price above 56 cents. So that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Leave an appropriate thumb just below the video there. Leave a comment down below. Let me know where you think the price is going here in the short term. This is my thesis here. Again, 25 cents up to 56 cents. I'm not sure how long the price will be in this range. I'm not sure if it's even going to stay in here. It can possibly go all the way back up to 56 cents tomorrow and blast off to 85 cents. That's a possibility. We have to be open to any price fluctuations in this volatile asset. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Be sure to get this content fresh out of the press. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate your time. We're going to close out here, and bye for now.